Is the hair okay? It's nice here. We're in Tulum, Mexico. Oh, no kidding you. Okay, we have a little bit of Mexican background noises. Slapping. Sorry for that. Hi guys, this is Marcel from Dapper Street, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about diet and nutrition and leading into fitness eventually, because a lot of you guys asked as a response to some of the beach pictures we've been taking. You asked about my, nutritional habits and whatnot, and I thought this would be a good topic for this week's video. Let's just jump right in. I think let's start talking about the not so fun stuff, the things you can't eat, that you can't eat. First off, I'm not by any means a nutritional expert. I'm just sharing with you guys what I'm doing and what I think works and what I've read about. I've read a lot. I've watched a lot of YouTube stuff, and maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Here it goes. 4 years ago I started being gluten-free. My body just feels weird when I eat gluten. I get some upset stomachs, I get tiny little rashes, so I have an intolerance. And not everybody has that, and I'm not saying everybody should stop eating gluten. It does keep me from eating more, too many carbs. I read a book about gluten and carbs and sugar and how that stuff is bad for you. And everybody kind of agrees that sugar is not good for you, but carbs in essence are sugar is carbs. So I don't eat a lot of them is where I'm trying to get at, especially not added sugars. Drink my coffee black. I don't add any sugars where I really don't need to into anything. In my household there's no sugar, no brown sugar, no raw sugar, no agave syrup, no nothing. And honestly, you get used to it. Sugar is kind of like a drug. Like you get kind of hooked on it. And so I'm trying to limit that. I'm not saying cut it out completely. I'm just saying cut it down. I'm a fan of moderation. I think everything in moderation is good. So that's that. With that said, I really rarely eat any bread. If I eat carbs, I eat brown rice. What else do I eat? Sometimes potatoes, sweet potatoes. I eat a lot of vegetables. Vegetables and protein is really mostly what I'm eating. And here's another thing that I've heard about: fats. A lot of people think they're bad, and that's what makes you fat, because there's clearly a relation there, fats and fat. But if you eat the right kind of fat, it's actually what your body needs. Your brain is if you drain it from water, it's, I believe, 2/3 just fat. So it's kind of like what your brain runs on. So if you eat healthy fats, I'm gonna get 3 fatty acids. That's a good thing. That's fish oil, some types of nuts that have fat. So I try and eat a lot of that. I start every day eating breakfast. Usually I eat eggs and some fried veggies or something. Throughout the day I try and eat healthy. Salad actually is not a good thing to eat in the evening because it's hard to digest. So I eat salads usually like around lunchtime. I like adding protein. In the evening it's more cooked vegetables and stuff that's easier to digest, and that's that. Another big part of my nutrition is I take a lot of nutritional supplements, because I believe that a lot of the food just does not come with the same richness in vitamins and minerals that it used to come in. So I take a lot of different nutrients ranging from magnesium and calcium and vitamin C, the more like basic ones, to more specific things like vitamin B12, folic acids, which kind of just adds to a more holistic way of eating. You get enough nutrients, enough vitamins, enough everything. So that's kind of like the gist of it, I guess. Oh, another big one. So I don't candy as much as I love it. Candy, chocolate, all of that. You need to start just resisting that at least a little bit, I think. While cupcakes and popsicles in different colors might be beautiful for a photo, and I will post them every now and then. Like especially the gluten-y stuff, I usually don't eat, to be completely honest. Every now and then it's okay. It's just about moderation and having the general idea of eating more healthy. I think a lot of you know what it means to eat more healthy. It's just a matter of actually starting to do it. Once you start doing it and you've done it for a little while, it gets a lot easier. The beginning is the hardest. So once you get through like 2 weeks, everything becomes a lot easier. Now lastly, alcohol is another thing. Alcohol has virtually no nutritional benefit for you. You know how everybody thought red wine was good for you if you had like a glass in the evening? Well, it turns out that the thing that's actually good for you in red wine, for it to be effective, you need to drink like a whole case. So I don't know how healthy that is. Right now I don't drink at all. I stopped drinking about a month ago just because I thought I drank just too often and too casually, and I think it would be a wonderful thing if everybody kind of learned to be more social. Also without it, to be themselves and to let go without alcohol. So right now I'm not drinking at all. Before that, I was drinking. There's a lot of events and they walk around with champagne here, or like Prosecco, and a cocktail here, and of course you try and you drink, and even though you're not drunk, every day you find yourself just having like a drink, and you ask yourself why. It's not important, really. It doesn't make sense, and it just doesn't make you feel good the next day, whether you really notice it or not. To a certain extent, you won't be on the same level that you could be. So that's my 2 cents on nutrition. If you have any more specific questions about that, let me know. If you want me to elaborate on something, leave a comment. Comment down there. The next part, of course, for all of this will be fitness. This is what I believe is this nutritional idea is what I believe to be a good basis for working with it. You can't have a good body just by working out. You can't have a good body by just eating well. I think it's a balance of both. So eat well, work out, and I'll start talking about my workout routine and some more particular exercises in the future. But for now, that's it. But subscribe for that, because you don't want to miss out on that. And if you haven't seen last week's video, I'm playing piano. Do you all wonder what this has to do with fashion, which is kind of where I'm coming from? I think for me it's about this entire lifestyle that goes into fashion. Like a gentleman, a well-dressed gentleman, he knows how to play the piano. He is in shape, He knows what's good for him, what's good for his body. He has respect for everybody out there, but also for himself and for his body, and for his passions and for life. And I think that's what this channel is all about, is about loving and appreciating life and making the most out of it. So again, subscribe, because it's going to be awesome. Okay, see you next week. Bye.